My dream was for like to be able to one day like hear rappers that I looked up to on the radio and be like, yo, what if Jay-Z, whoever, what if they heard of me? What if they thought I was dope? You know what I'm saying? Like that was where my mentality always was with it. So when it all went crazy, it was really hard to wrap my head around. You know, a lot of it still is, but especially back then.
Yeah.
One of the great things about being from Detroit is we I don't think in the very beginning when hip hop first started coming about, I don't think we really knew who we were yet as far as what's gonna be our style, what's gonna be our, you know, sound, what is gonna be this, you know what I'm saying? What are we gonna be? I think especially back then, we used to think like, man, nobody comes to Detroit. No, they look at us like a ghost town. You know what I'm saying? We wanna be somebody. We wanna stand up. We wanna be, that was always the thing back then too, was put Detroit on the map. Everybody wanted to put Detroit on the map because we felt like, yo, no one's listening to us. You know, and nobody takes us serious. You see, like, you know, if you go to New York and you're a Detroit MC, what it would seem like back then is you probably would get dissed. Yeah. Just being from Detroit, didn't matter how good you were. When you get on that mic, you got like 2 to 4 bars. And you better impress, you know what I'm saying? Or you get booed, like you need to prove yourself or we're gonna call bullshit. The first time I grabbed the mic, like in front of actual people that mattered, you know what I'm saying? Like at a club, I got booed. I remember that. It was very traumatic for me. And I think I had, at that point, like the 8 Mile thing was kind of, that's when I was
yes,
taken
sir.
from or whatever. So I just remember that being so fucking traumatic, and I think I went home like, man, I quit.
Right.
And then, you know, maybe a couple days later, week later, hour later, whatever it was, I don't know. I got the urge to like, nah, man, I gotta get up, gotta do it again. Hip hop has always been about bragging and boasting, and I'm better than you at this, and I'm better than you at that. And I finally found something that, yeah, this kid over here, you know, he may have more chicks, like he may have better clothes or whatever, but he can't do this like me. You know what I mean? He can't write what I'm writing right now. And it started to feel like, you know, maybe Marshall's getting a little respect.
You got beat up a lot as a kid.
Yeah, there was a lot of instances that I would
You got beat up coming home from school.
Beat up in the bathroom, beat up in the hallways, shoved in the lockers, you know, just for, you know, for the most part, man, you know, just being the new kid.
Did you feed off the fact that people maybe underestimated you or didn't respect you early on?
Definitely. I think that, you know, there was certainly like a rebellious, like youthful rage kind of in me. And there was also, you know, the fact of the no getting away from fact that I am white, you know, and this is predominantly black music, you know, and people telling me you don't belong, like you're not gonna succeed because you're this color. Then you wanna show those people that, you know, that you can and you will.
I reached a point when my daughter was born where I didn't give up anymore. I didn't care. I just was like, I was fed up with so much shit. I knew I had a baby on the way that before she was born, and once she was born, I couldn't afford to buy her diapers. I couldn't afford to do anything. I had lost my job. I was working different jobs, temporary service, all kinds of jobs just to try to make ends meet. Didn't have anything, got evicted from the house I was staying at and really reached a point where I just hit rock bottom, so I stopped giving a f. We recorded the Slim Shady EP. And as soon as we recorded that, I was doing shows, getting little gigs around Detroit, in the Detroit area, little club gigs and things like that. And everything just started picking up. Like, the tape started selling. There was a buzz. I would walk in the clubs, people would automatically know who I was. I started making like a pretty big name for myself, like locally. And I had been out there a few months before and took second place in a rap competition called the Rap Olympics. And I had gave my tape to this kid named Dean Geislinger, real young kid at the time. He was like 18. I gave it to him and I was because I lost the battle. I took second place in the battle and I really thought I should have took first. So he wanted the tape from me, so I kind of gave him a copy of the Slim Shady EP thinking, yeah, whatever, take the tape, I don't care who you are. I've been around by so many labels. And then come to find out, 2 months later, 3 months later, while we was out in LA, all of a sudden we get a call from Jimmy Iovine and Dre himself saying, we want to meet with you, we like your tape.
Right now, the motherfucking Farm Club. It's the motherfucking Farm Club. That's right. This little girl about to get her arm rubbed. Who wanna see me on this motherfucking mixing board? Who wanna see me? I'm the motherfucking Dixon Lord. And I be kicking towards the motherfucking camera, looking right in it. I can kick 20 dope rhymes in 1 minute. And y'all don't understand cause my rhymes are infinite. What the Farm Club? It's the motherfucking Farm Club. It's the motherfucking Farm Club. Is this shit that we're saying gonna be bleeped out? I don't know, but if it is, then it's like it. And I will kick a rhyme until it stops and it. What is the Farm Club? What is the Farm Club?
My mind, 24/7, aside from family stuff, obviously, is constantly thinking of ways to bend words. Or, I may, like, if I don't got paper, I'll write it on my hand or whatever. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when I fill up the hand, then I'll transfer it to paper.
And do you think about this throughout the day? I mean, driving along, you think about rhyming words?
Yeah, all day. Yeah, I actually drive myself insane with it.
But I heard that you used to read the dictionary.
I just felt like I want to be able to have all these words at my disposal in my vocabulary at all times, whenever I need to pull them out. What I love about rap is that it feels like it's puzzles to me. Like words are like puzzles and trying to figure out a puzzle and trying to figure out what word could go here and how many words can I make. Like if I can take a rhyme, like I'm real into the craft, like just of the, MCing and I feel like I always think like, how can I figure this puzzle out?
You have done something which very few people have done, man. You've actually been in the center of the world, in the center of that storm, and you've emerged out of it. You popped out the other side of it. I mean, Elvis didn't do that. Michael Jackson didn't do that. And what does the world look like to you when you come out the other side of that, and you're 5 years sober, and you're looking back on that chaos?
I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely thankful. You know what I mean? I know that I could have certainly took another path and
went that way, yeah.
Yeah, I could have went another direction, but I don't know. I mean, I think that I feel like I'm probably able to see it now. I'm able to be more focused now than I've ever been, but I'm also able to I guess put it in perspective.
The problem is I can't put a lot in perspective because I don't, there's a lot, it's, you know, yeah. It's a lot that I don't remember, and maybe that's cool too. You know what I'm saying?
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I know that there's so many addicts in this world, you know, and people who have problems like that don't make it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. But you know, I think that's one thing that really helps me through and just it keeps me pushing forward is the music and is the passion for that and
you know, in the hip-hop world that I live in, I think that it can be mistaken for weakness. And the last thing you want to do in hip-hop is admit that you're weak. But if I didn't admit that I was weak with this certain thing, I was gonna die, you know, so.
How close did you come?
I certainly probably a couple hours away from death. Not to make this too tense of a moment, but yeah, I overdosed and almost died. I went through a really rough period after I came home from rehab, and I lost my best friend, and kind of the reins were off. It was kind of just like, you know, screw it. This is like, you know, and from there I really went downhill, and that's when I overdosed, got out the hospital, relapsed a short time after that, basically scared of myself, and went to some people and was like, yo, I got a problem, I need help, I can't beat this on my own. Because the whole time I think I was thinking that I could, but I couldn't.
There's probably tons of people that want to see me fall, want to see me go to jail or whatever. My mother probably wants to see me fall, you know, but I mean, I'm at the point now where it's like, how can I worry about any of these people and what they think? Yeah. You know, I never cared before. Why would I start caring, especially since there's more people that have opinions of me now than I ever could have even imagined. Yeah. And you know, sometimes it's a lot to take in, it's a lot to deal with, so I just don't. I can't complain, man. I'm living what I always dreamed about. I'm actually living more than what I actually ever could have dreamed. Like always with anything, you gotta take the good with the bad, you know? I understand that the level of success that I'm at doesn't happen to everybody every day, but like, you know, there's new problems you're gonna have with everything. If it wasn't my success and I was still trying to look for a job or working a dead-end job and didn't have no money to eat with, it would be those kind of problems that I would have, those type of family problems. How are we gonna feed Haley? How are we gonna raise her? How are we gonna stay together? How are we gonna pay our rent? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, sure. So it would be, so now it's new problems. It's like, money's not the problem. Now it's different things. Other people interfering in our lives and our business and shit like that. So you gotta take the good with the bad. I mean, at the end of the day, man, all these sacrifices that I'm making are for Haley. I'm a father first, before anything. I'm a father before I'm a rapper. So, you know, my daughter comes first no matter what. And if there's important things going on in her life that I need to be there for, then I'll drop what I'm doing, or we schedule around it. And a lot of times I take her with me, and, you know, she's been on the road with me before, so she's like my little homie, man. Like, she's like my little sidekick sometimes. It's hard. Like, I'm not gonna front. Like, sometimes it gets hard to try to balance them out. But like I said, before anything, I'm a father. It's fucking bananas. It's hard work. It's getting up in the morning. I get up in the morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Get ready. I get on a plane. Get somewhere, go to 2 or 3 radio stations, do an install, and then do a show. Like
non-stop.
Like every night.
Did you think it was going to be like that? I mean, like when you envision yourself rapping and you always wanted to make it, obviously.
Nah, I always thought, like, you rap, you wear a gold chain, you get the bitches, and then that's it.
And the cars.
And cars, and you drive, and you got a fat crib. That's all I thought.
Yeah.
And then I realized all of the work, the effort that goes into it and shit. It's
And
like,
then afterwards.
it's 24/7. It's
Afterwards,
a non-stop job. At least when people work regular jobs, they get days off and shit.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Or
I don't
vacation
get it.
time.
If I do have it, my vacation time is spent writing. So it's like, I don't
or with
get to do anything.
or
Yeah,
Haley,
or with Haley, or Haley running around the house while I'm writing. I told you, another day, another dollar, literally. McDonald's, no motherfucking cuisine, dining out, food, good food, nothing. We're on a fucking budget here. I had to walk here. They rode the fucking bus. I had to walk here. With a goddamn backpack the size of my house. I got my house in my backpack. My motherfucking underwear, socks, all that shit, everything. You see me wearing the same clothes, go back to yesterday, you see me wearing the same shit. The only thing I did is switch my do-rag, that's it. Same goddamn shit, every day. That's why I say another day, another dollar.
Don't be afraid to try whatever, even if the idea in the beginning is stupid.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of ideas in beginning stages, they're not always the greatest.
Yeah.
So if you say one thing that's going to spark another thing to lead to a better thought,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of how it went.
I feel like anybody can do anything they set their mind to. It depends on how bad you want it, and I wanted to do it. You know, at this stage in my life, I don't feel like there's too much that I can't do. I don't mean to sound cocky or nothing, but if I like really, really want to do it, I don't give up that easy.
Rap is just, you know, it's everything to me. Like this is my world. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do.